Colombia's rebel army, the FARC, has struck a major deal with the country's government to work together in the fight against illegal drugs. This comes after FARC declared a temporary ceasefire as the nation prepares for presidential elections later this month. The talks are being held in Havana, and that's where we find CCTV's Michael Voss. Michael.
Elaine, this agreement on fighting illicit drugs is seen as a major breakthrough. Three-point plan: one is crop substitution, another is programs to prevent use and treatment of use, and the really big one is joint moves to try and eradicate the production of cocaine and international narco-trafficking. Remember, Colombia is the biggest supplier of cocaine to the United States, and for many years now, FARC has been accused of helping finance their rebellion by becoming involved in that trade. This comes just days before the presidential elections in Colombia. President Santos is putting his political legacy really on the fact that he hopes he can achieve peace for this long-running conflict. His nearest contender, Oscar Zuluaga, is opposed to the peace talks and said he would end them if he's elected. And so in another move, as you just mentioned, related, which many believe, to helping push President Santos, is that FARC have declared a unilateral ceasefire for the elections. The announcement was made by one of the FARC leaders, Pablo Catacumbo, earlier in the day on Friday as the session got underway here in Havana.
We do this as a beacon of hope for a bilateral ceasefire. Therefore, we are ordering all of our units to cease any offensive military action against the armed forces or the economic infrastructure as of 0000 hours on Tuesday, May 20th, until 2400 hours on Wednesday, May 28th.
Elaine, the government's responded by saying that it will not take part in this ceasefire. It's said this all along, that in previous peace talks, the FARC it claims the FARC has used ceasefires to regroup and rearm. So this is a unilateral ceasefire on the part of the FARC rebels. Elaine.
Michael, where exactly do the peace talks stand right now? This has been taking place for a long time now, and what have they exactly achieved over the past 18 months?
Well, the fact that they've been going on for 18 months and that they are still continuing is seen to a degree as an achievement. There was a 5-point plan. They'd reached limited agreement on the first two, which was agrarian reform and political rights, how FARC would become involved or could become involved politically after a ceasefire. Now this big, very contentious one, drugs, has been agreed. There are two more main points. The next one is restitution of victims, and how to deal with the victims of the violence. Remember, 200,000 people have died in this 50-year-old conflict and millions have been displaced. There's still a lot of work to do, but finally I think there is a feeling that it's crossed a major hurdle. The fact there's presidential elections coming up may play part of that, but they are still, they believe, on the road to ending this conflict.
All right, CCTV's Michael Voss live for us in Havana.